I always remember this before he got injured. You used the word easy.
Oh, blessed by the gods.
Blessed by the gods.
Was throwing, honestly, there was a moment in time where you could have made the argument. He was throwing just a simulated BP.
Right. So 8 starts into this year. What word would you use? How would you describe what he's been doing?
You can tell he's trying to pace himself.
Okay.
Yes. The Rangers are trying to pace him.
Good.
They expect a deep October run. He's going to get the ball in October. I'm telling you, he's done things a little bit differently, but at the end of the day, it's fastball slider that you get it on. He shows the changeup. He'll show a little breaking ball. But you talk about Riley Green, no hinges in a swing. When you're building the perfect arm action, this is a bullwhip coming at you. And then on the flip side, you got Hunter Brown, who grew up watching Justin Verlander kind of slide and take up the entire mound. He's incorporated a little sinker under the hands to righties. We've had him on. He pitches with the mean on. This is going to be an awesome matchup. And I just wanted to take you inside what to watch for tonight, how they're going to attack certain guys, how they're going to surprise, what they're going to go to with 2 strikes. So let's start with deGrom, okay? Dominant. Make the argument he was the best pitcher in the sport for an extended period of time. So I want to go through just some ABs. Pause this real quick and run it back to when he starts. The first thing I always look at is when I'm going in and game planning, is where do you stand on the mound? For me, I was a guy that liked to think up the middle the other way. So if I was facing a right-hander and he was standing on the third base side of the rubber, that would give me a tougher look, so to speak. I wanted to know where he was standing. He stands on the first base mound for whatever reason. He can get arm side, glove side, whatever he wants to do to execute, it works for him. Bring up the boards of how he attacks. Don't run this. Bring up the boards of how he attacks the righties and lefties. Okay, pitch usage splits versus right-handers. He's 52% heater, 44% slider. So if I'm a right-handed hitter, the changeup and the curveball are X'd off the board. 3%, 4% of the time is not enough for me to honor it. And to predicate it on where I hit in the lineup, Jacob deGrom's not going to waste time with a changeup and a curve and have me run into something. He's coming at me with 4-seam and slider. On the flip side, versus left-handed hitters, changes it up a little bit, incorporates a little bit more off-speed, dumbs down the 4-seamer to 41%, slider, changeup, curve, gives the lefties a lot more to think about. I'm going to take you to an at-bat with Cal Raleigh in Seattle, where he kind of shows him everything. Heater in 97, doubles up 2-0, pause this. What do you think he's sitting, Ron, right there? 2-0 count leverage. We talk about it time and time again. Take everything into consideration. 1-0 Mariners, bottom of the first, 2-0. Cal Raleigh can bridge him. He doesn't want to fall behind 2-0, but you still can't come off the gas in this situation. Run it. 2-0 slider, nasty. So now he's going to be late on the heater because now he's taking into account the fact, pause. He's taken into account the fact that he just threw him a slider in count leverage. So he's saying, ooh, maybe I got to stay back a little bit longer. Maybe he's not going to come at me with the heater. Next thing you know, you're a little late. 97 blows by you. I'm in a 2-2 count and my head's on a swivel. I don't know what he's throwing with 2 strikes right here. Is he going to try and abuse me with a heater, or is he going to give me the slider again? Run it. Go slider, pause. That's strike 3. Home plate umpire, I'm going to need that one. So deGrom doesn't overthink it. He knows he executed a great pitch. He also knows Cal Raleigh didn't flinch at it. Let me throw it again. Run it. And gets the strikeout looking. Cal Raleigh thinks that ball's down. Okay, from a right-handed point of view, what do we talk about? Heater, slider. Slider, slider, get me over. Pause. We always talk about this as well. He threw a bad slider to that first pitch. 0-0. Usually when a good starting pitcher throws just a non-competitive off-speed 0-0 pitch, they're going to throw it again to get back in the count. And that's what he did. Now 1-1. If you're Mookie, you're on a heater, right? Run it. He's late to it. Don't overthink it, Jacob deGrom. Boom. Now that's a ball. Look at Mookie going back. So the kind of cat and mouse, you see the low home of him standing on the third base side of the rubber right there. And this is how he attacks you with 2 strikes. So if you're a right-handed hitter, like I said, all the good right-handed hitters for the Houston Astros, fastball slider, flip a coin, boom, 50-50. You're going to run into one of them. The lefties are interesting to me because they got a lot more to think about. Now, the Diesel over here, he attacks a little bit differently. So let's get into how Hunter Brown and how you're going to attack and see the Texas Rangers hitters go about scoring some runs. He is on a heater, too. I mean, he's arguably one of the best pitchers in the game right now. Okay? Pause this. Bring up the numbers with him, how he attacks. He's got a lot more weapons. Against right-handed hitters, 4-seam sinker, so let's morph that together, right? 66% of the time you're getting a heater. I like my odds. 11 curve slider. So again, take out the changeup, take out the cutter, start process of elimination. I'm getting some variation of a heater and a slider combo. On the flip side, lefties, he attacks a little bit differently. He'll show the curve a little bit more. He incorporates the changeup a heck of a lot more. But when in doubt, Hunter Brown's living and dying with the gas. I'm going to take you back right here against Francisco Lindor. If anyone's watched Lindor the better part of this year, no heartbeat, and he handles the heater as good as anyone. Okay, he gets a call right there. Pause. 0-2 to Lindor, first inning. Do we bounce a breaking ball right here? How do we attack him? I think Lindor doesn't think he's going to give him another heater. If he does, he's going to arm side run it and get back in the count 1-2. Run this. He's not messing around this year, man. Boom, 99 right by him. Give me a little sound on the back end.
It was back in AAA. We had like a 4 a.m. flight. I was putting down pre-workout and my teammate Pete Solomon was like, dude, you're crazy. It's 3:30 in the morning. What are you doing? And I said, man, if you put diesel in, you get diesel out. Yeah. I need it today.
I hear that. I'm not coming off the fastball anytime I face this guy. All right? So 99 against Juan Soto. Middle cut. Now a nasty breaking ball. Execute that again. That was a nice pitch. Boom. Top of the zone heater, 96. Change up, 92. What I'm saying is I couldn't even think along with Juan Soto right there. Put him away. Now, what's made the difference for him this year? This sinker has really been able to get in on some good right-handed hitters. You see it right there. Run that back for me. We're in a 1-1 count against Bobby Witt. Bobby Witt has got bat speed for days. He is a bunny at the plate, right? He's hitting boom with his abs. For him to take this pitch right here, run this. This is 96 with some late life on it. Give me a slider. All right. Stolen base right there. Jonathan India, see you later. Slider now. You would think heater's coming right here, right? Boom, 99. He doesn't flinch on it. He thinks he's down. Just great tunneling. And he's another guy who stands on the first base side of the rubber. So just, if you're watching tonight, take a look at what he does with 2 strikes. Hunter Brown's on a heater this year. He is feeling as good as anybody, so he's going to challenge, but he's got weapons to go to. On the flip side, Jacob deGrom, I'm interested to see how he attacks the right-handers, heater, slider, and then what he does against the lefties. So it's going to be a great match.
It wasn't always this way for Hunter, which makes his story even cooler.
Yes, I know.
Right?
Yeah, he pretty much hit rock bottom.
He did.
Maybe around this time last year.
It
was against
curve.
the Kansas City Royals. It was in April of last year. It was against the Kansas City Royals. He gave up like 9 runs, but since then he has figured it out. And it was 11 years ago today that Jacob deGrom made his major league debut. He was on a showcase game right here on the network. He was pitching for the Mets, of course,
hair,
against the New York Yankees. He'll be 11 years later, another showcase game, Rangers, Astros, right here on the network.